What's up, everybody? I know it's been a little while. Okay, it's been like over a year. Sorry, but I'm back. As you can tell, it is cold, snowing, and windy where we're at. A preview of what's to come. So, this video is not going to be like super interesting or exciting. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update of what's been going on with me over the last year or more, whatever it is. What we've been up to, and well, what happened to my van. So, Reader's Digest version. I left Yellowstone and ended up going back to Colorado, hanging out there for a little while, and then went down to, I was down in Southern California for about a year, and now I'm up here in beautiful, cold, frigid, snowy Jackson Hole, Wyoming. After leaving Yellowstone and looking for a job and all that, and kind of hanging out with friends and all that, kind of just lost motivation to keep up with YouTube videos. But after recently hanging out with a couple YouTubers and over the last year or so, and catching up on the videos of the ones that inspired me over the last stack of years, I'm starting to get my motivation back. I'm pretty sure that I have a handful of clips and videos and stuff like that that I was going to piece together a video with. But I think the easiest thing for me is to go ahead and just start fresh. So that's what I am going to do. From here on, we're going to start fresh. As you can see, I am standing in a truck yard right now here in Jackson Hole. And I'll go over that in a little bit. But just wanted to give you guys an update and let you know what we've been up to. It's very cold out here right now. So this truck yard is where I park my van. Every time I'm here for the summer or winter seasons, I'll talk a little bit more about my job here in a little bit. I'm going to try to make this a little fast because it's like 9 degrees and windy and it's cold. We park our van in a truck yard. It is definitely not glamorous by any stretch of the imagination, but it is an absolute fraction of what rent would be in a sticks and bricks here in the town of Jackson, Wyoming. Plus, one of the really cool perks is we are right next to the sports park. So we have a bunch of fields that Copper can go run around in. During the summer especially, it's great because there's a skate park nearby and a bunch of people come over there and go skating and stuff, but a lot of them bring their dogs and they get to run around together in the fields. Copper's made a bunch of friends and they get to go run around and play together all the time during the summer. Not so much during the winter, but it's absolutely perfect. We've also got power hookups here, which is great, especially on these cold nights, which actually doesn't really matter because I have the diesel heater, but I also have a space heater too, so I'm not going through diesel like crazy. And during the summer, we have water, which is really cool. It's kind of cheating van life, but you know what? It's working for us. So as many of you probably know, I had to say goodbye to my little adventure buddy when I was in Yellowstone. And that was a rough thing to go through for me. And I had gotten a handful of questions from people asking if I was going to get another dog. And the answer to that was yes, but it was going to take a little bit of time. Well, that time was taken, and I want to introduce you guys to Copper. Okay, actually, I kind of lied. Copper's freezing. I'm freezing. We're going to continue this tomorrow when it's, well, it's not going to be much warmer, but the sun's going to be out, so it'll be a little bit easier to do. Okay, see you tomorrow. Good night. Well, good morning from snowy Jackson Hole. It was really cold last night, so we just curled up inside and went to bed. But to pick up from last night, let me introduce you to Copper. He's running around over here right now. Let me call him over. Copper, come here. There he is. What's up, buddy? Oh, thank you. What's up, bud? Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is Copper. He is one crazy little pup. Loves the snow. I did not think that he was going to. Hey, come here. So Copper absolutely loves the snow. I did not think he was going to. I got him when I was in Southern California. He apparently was a stray street dog in Mexico before I adopted him. I wasn't planning on getting a dog while I was out there, but I decided to look around a little bit. I had some dogs up for adoption online and saw his cute little face and couldn't help myself. Had to go meet him, and that was it. As far as I can tell, as well as like the vets and other people that have seen him, he is just a mutt. He's part coonhound, boxer, pit bull, red heeler, and pointer probably, but realistically I don't care. He's a good little pup. He is quite the little adventurer too. He loves playing with other dogs. He loves running around and exploring. He loves playing with kids. He's great with little kids. When we were in California, he would love playing with my little nieces and nephews out there. Yeah, I got this past summer, he got to go paddle boarding. I didn't think he'd be much into that because he's not the biggest fan of water. He likes running through it, but if he can't stand up, he's not interested. So decided we'll get him out on a paddleboard and see how he does, and he absolutely loved it. So I guess I have a paddleboard on my list of things to have to buy to entertain him during the summer. So why am I based out of Jackson Hole now? Remember that job that I had in Yellowstone? Well, that business is owned by Teton Backcountry Rentals based out of Jackson, Wyoming. After I left Yellowstone, I'd gotten a handful of calls from them asking if, Copper, come here. There's construction going on over there, and he is very curious, so he's always trying to see what's going on over there. I had gotten a couple calls from them asking if I wanted to come back and do the bear spray rental gig, and at the time the answer was no. I didn't want to come back. Multiple different reasons. I was already in California, didn't want to come all the way back up here. Being in Yellowstone is super secluded. It's very expensive. If you want to do anything, involving a town or a city, it's very far away. Grocery shopping was difficult. The grocery store in West Yellowstone, the closest little town there, was basically like a dollar store, but 8 times the price. So that was a little difficult. Now fast forward to last winter, I was in California, kind of looking for a job, something to do, where I can travel around and have fun. So I was looking around online and I saw that they had a job opening for the winter season out here. Long story short, I gave the manager a call and got the job, and we are up here. Since then, I've taken a full-time year-round job with them as the marketing manager, so that's fun. What's great about this job is, first off, my coworkers are awesome. The pay is good. I've got a place to park here in town, which saves a ton of money. The best part to me, I think, is little Copper Boy gets to come to work with me every single day. I don't know how he feels about that, but it's better than, I guess, being cooped up in the van. And in addition to that, what's really cool about this job is because it's basically seasonal, I get I think it's 4 or 4.5 months off every year to go travel around. So we work the summer season, and then we get a nice long break, and then work the winter season, get another nice long break, and then start it all over again. It's pretty awesome. Hey, come here. Come on. Lots of being able to travel around, go see friends, and go explore and check out new places, and still have a full-time job when I get back every time. So works out pretty good for us. So that's basically the update with me and Copper, what we've been up to. Now onto my van. If any of you guys are following my Instagram, I've been posting on there every so often, so you've already seen what I did to my van. Let's just say it's had a little bit of a glow up. Let me walk you through it. The most obvious is this. Oh yeah, she is a beast now. This is the WeldTech Designs Baja Grocery Getter 5-inch lift kit, sitting on 33-inch Wrangler Ultra Terrains and Method NV305s in bronze. Other exterior additions include a Raptor-style grille, blacked-out headlights, and then obviously enough off-road light to turn any night trail into daylight. I probably went a little overboard with this one. I also added 360-degree exterior lighting for those dark nights at camp, a DFG off-road shower ensuite, and of course a little light for the tent. As you can see there, I also installed the Julka Hot Tap on-demand water heater, which is pretty awesome. I don't know why I thought this shot would be cool, but I also put on some RGB rock lights underneath. These I call my kitchen lights, LED strip lights on the inside of my side doors. I also installed a second water system that is plumbed into tanks that are inside, as well as added a USB power point on the door. And I finally insulated and paneled my rear door, added strip lights kind of like the side doors, and finished the rear drawer face. I added tow mirrors for a better field of view, especially when copper is hanging out the window. Limb risers for those tight trails with overhanging branches. Kind of hard to see in the dark though. This is the mount for the Kamek Outpost hammock stand, which is completely awesome. And last, for the exterior things, I deleted the rear side windows. That's how I mounted the Julka Hot Tap on the other side. This is a box for all the Julka hoses. So those are the exterior upgrades. Pretty sweet, huh? Let me show you what we did to the inside. The most obvious is this. There's still kind of a mess in here, but it's cold and I don't want to do anything. I finally have a ceiling after like 3.5 years. Turned out pretty good. The ceiling matches kind of that paneling that's on the cabinets there. In addition to that, I've got a Dolby Atmos surround sound system. This is on a hinge, so it can swing out to the door, and then we can have music outside, which is pretty sweet. Then after so long of having just an old crappy sheet here, I finally have a legit projector screen.
Radar warning! Smoke in the air, Phoenix, bright. Emergency jettison! Jacket 3 defending!
So after doing the ceiling and everything else in here over the break in between seasons, I got tired out and I did not finish the kind of sides of the ceiling there. Eventually there'll be upper cabinets all along both sides, covering the main part of the cabinet here and then the full length on the passenger side above the sink all the way to the very back of the van for a bunch of extra storage. Not too much else has changed in here. I've got an air fryer now. It's kind of a mess that needs to be cleaned. The projector is permanently mounted onto the crossbar rather than just double-sided taped. Now this is kind of a rat's nest in here, but I've got 400 amp hours of the mini lithium batteries, which is fantastic. Got a new vacuum. Man, it's a mess in here. New onboard charger from Victron. Yeah, this setup's doing me pretty well. One of these days I've got to clean it up in there, but you know what? Works pretty good. So that is pretty much the full update on what's been going on with me, with Copper, the van, where we're at, and what we are doing. We came inside because it started snowing a little bit more. It is a very cold day today. It is a high of 16 degrees. So we're just kind of hunkered down in here in the heat. Copper is thawing out. He's a little cold from running around. I think my ambitions were a little too high on my channel last time, trying to post frequently every day, every other day or so. Um, Especially now with a full-time job that's not demanding, but it's demanding enough to where posting that often is going to be very difficult. So I think what I'm going to do is just post once a week. Um, Being able to go out and do some adventures on our weekends, get some video of the cool areas and cool things that we try to do around here, and post them once a week. Well, I'll leave you with some video of little Copper Boy playing at the dog park. Being winter here and me not being too much into winter sports, we're just going to be doing things revolving around, well, just wearing Copper out. Maybe some camp trips, little driving adventures, who knows. Let's see what we get into. Well, thanks for tagging along, guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll see y'all next time.